Welcome to today's Bible quiz. 40 questions from the New Testament. Each question has 3 options. Are you ready? Let's begin. Question 1. Who was the forerunner of Jesus, preparing the way for his ministry? A. Peter. B. John the Baptist. C. James. The answer is B. John the Baptist. Matthew 3:3. For this is he that was spoken of by the prophet Esaias, saying, the voice of one crying in the wilderness, Prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his paths straight. Question 2. How old was Jesus when he began his public ministry? A. 30 years. B. 25 years. C. 33 years. The answer is A. 30 years. Luke 3:23. And Jesus himself began to be about 30 years of age, being, as was supposed, the son of Joseph, which was the son of Heli. Question 3. What was Jesus' first miracle? A. Healing a blind man. B. Turning water into wine. C. Walking on water. The answer is B. Turning water into wine. John 2:11. This beginning of miracles did Jesus in Cana of Galilee, and manifested forth his glory, and his disciples believed on him. Question 4. How many days and nights did Jesus fast in the wilderness? A. 30. B. 40. C. 50. The answer is B. 40. Matthew 4:2. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. Question 5. What is the last book of the New Testament? A. Acts. B. Jude. C. Revelation. The answer is C. Revelation. Question 6. In the parable of the prodigal son, what job did the lost son take before returning home? A shepherd. B. Feeding swine. C. A fisherman. The answer is B. Feeding swine. Luke 15:15. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into his fields to feed swine. Question 7. Who was raised from the dead after being in the grave for 4 days? A. Jairus' daughter. B. Lazarus. C. The widow's son. The answer is B. Lazarus. John 11:43. And when he thus had spoken, he cried with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth. Question 8. What did Jesus use to feed the 5,000 men? A. 5 loaves and 2 fish. B. 7 loaves and 5 fish. C. 4 loaves and 3 fish. The answer is A. 5 loaves and 2 fish. Matthew 14:17. And they say unto him, We have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Question 9. What did Jesus say last on the cross before he died? A. It is finished. B. Father, forgive them. C. Into thy hands I commend my spirit. The answer is A. It is finished. John 19:30. When Jesus therefore had received the vinegar, he said, It is finished. And he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. Question 10. Who was the first disciple to be martyred? A. James. B. Peter. C. Andrew. The answer is A. James, Acts 12:2. And he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. Question 11. Who preached on the day of Pentecost? A. Peter. B. John. C. Paul. The answer is A. Peter. Acts 2:14. But Peter, standing up with the 11, lifted up his voice and said unto them, Ye men of Judea, and all ye that dwell at Jerusalem, be this known unto you, and hearken to my words. Question 12. What was Paul's name before his conversion? A. Saul. B. Simon. C. Silas. The answer is A. Saul. Question 13. How many lepers did Jesus heal, but only one returned to thank him? A. 20. B. 10. C. 2. The answer is B. 10. Luke 17:17. And Jesus answering said, Were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? Question 14. What did Jesus do when the storm threatened to sink the disciples' boat? A. He swam to shore. B. He calmed the storm. C. He told them to row harder. The answer is B. He calmed the storm. Mark 4:39. And he arose and rebuked the wind, and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. Question 15. In the parable of the Good Samaritan, who was the first person to pass by the injured man? A. Levite. B. Priest. C. Pharisee. The answer is B. A priest. Luke 10:31. And by chance there came down a certain priest that way, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. Question 16. What did the wise man build his house upon? A. Land. B. Rock. C. Clay. The answer is B. A rock. Luke 6:48. He is like a man which built an house, and digged deep, and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house, and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. Question 17. Which disciple doubted Jesus' resurrection until he saw him? A. Peter. B. John. C. Thomas. The answer is C. Thomas. John 20:27. Then saith he to Thomas, Reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless, but believing. Question 18. What did Jesus ride into Jerusalem on? A. White horse. B. Donkey. C. Camel. The answer is B. A donkey. Luke 19:35. And they brought him to Jesus, and they cast their garments upon the colt, and they set Jesus thereon. Question 19. What happened to Ananias and Sapphira after they lied about their offering? A. They repented. B. They were exiled. C. They died. The answer is C. They died. Acts 5:10. Then fell she down straightway at his feet, and yielded up the ghost. And the young men came in and found her dead, and carrying her forth, buried her by her husband. Question 20. Who was the first Christian martyr? A. Stephen. B. James. C. Philip. The answer is A. Stephen, Acts 7:59. And they stoned Stephen, calling upon God and saying, Lord Jesus, receive my spirit. Question 21. Which disciple denied Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed? A. Peter, B. John, C. Judas. The answer is A. Peter. Matthew 26:74-75. Then began he to curse and to swear, saying, I know not the man. And immediately the cock crew. And Peter remembered the word of Jesus, which said unto him, Before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. Question 22. In which city were the followers of Jesus first called Christians? A. Jerusalem, B. Antioch, C. Rome. The answer is B. Antioch. Acts 11:26. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. Question 23. In the road to Damascus, who was blinded by a great light and heard the voice of Jesus? A. Peter, B. Paul, C. Stephen. The answer is B. Paul, Acts 9:3-4. And as he journeyed, he came near Damascus, and suddenly there shined round about him a light from heaven, and he fell to the earth, and heard a voice saying unto him, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? Question 24. Who was chosen to replace Judas Iscariot as a disciple? A. Matthias, B. Barnabas, C. Silas. The answer is A. Matthias. Acts 1:26. And they gave forth their lots, and the lot fell upon Matthias, and he was numbered with the 11 apostles. Question 25. What was the name of the garden where Jesus prayed before his arrest? A. Gethsemane, B. Eden, C. Olives. The answer is A. Gethsemane. Matthew 26:36. Then cometh Jesus with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and saith unto the disciples, Sit ye here, while I go and pray yonder. Question 26. Who was the Roman governor who sentenced Jesus to be crucified? A. Pontius Pilate, B. Herod Antipas, C. Caesar Augustus. The answer is A. Pontius Pilate. Matthew 27:26. Then released he Barabbas unto them, and when he had scourged Jesus, he delivered him to be crucified. Question 27. Which apostle is known as the doubter for questioning Jesus' resurrection? A. Thomas, B. Peter, C. Judas. The answer is A. Thomas. John 20:25. The other disciples therefore said unto him, We have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, Except I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe. Question 28. Who was the tax collector that climbed a sycamore tree to see Jesus? A. Matthew, B. Zacchaeus, C. Nicodemus. The answer is B. Zacchaeus. Luke 19:24. And behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus, which was the chief among the publicans, and he was rich. And he sought to see Jesus who he was, and could not for the press, because he was little of stature. And he ran before, and climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, for he was to pass that way. Question 29. Which apostle wrote the book of Revelation? A. John, B. Paul, C. Peter. The answer is A. John, Revelation 1:1. The revelation of Jesus Christ which God gave unto him, to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. Question 30. Who fell asleep during Paul's sermon and fell out of a window? A. Timothy, B. Eutychus, C. Demas. The answer is B. Eutychus. Acts 29. And there sat in a window a certain young man named Eutychus, being fallen into a deep sleep. And as Paul was long preaching, he sunk down with sleep, and fell down from the third loft, and was taken up dead. Question 31. Which apostle was a tax collector before following Jesus? A. Matthew, B. James, C. Andrew. The answer is A. Matthew. Matthew 9:9. And as Jesus passed forth from thence, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the receipt of custom, and he saith unto him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him. Question 32. Who was the Roman centurion whose servant was healed by Jesus? A. Cornelius, B. Jairus, C. the centurion of Capernaum. The answer is C. the centurion of Capernaum. Matthew 8:5-7. And when Jesus was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, and saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home, sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. And Jesus saith unto him, I will come and heal him. Question 33. Which apostle was known as the Zelotes? A. Simon, B. Thomas, C. Bartholomew. The answer is A. Simon. Luke 6:15, Matthew and Thomas, James the son of Alphaeus, and Simon called Zelotes. Question 34. Who was the first person to see Jesus after his resurrection? A. Mary Magdalene, B. Peter, C. John. The answer is A. Mary Magdalene. Question 35. Who baptized Jesus? A. John the Baptist, B. Peter, C. Andrew. The answer is A. John the Baptist. Matthew 3:13. Then cometh Jesus from Galilee to Jordan unto John, to be baptized of him. Question 36. Who betrayed Jesus with a kiss? A. Judas Iscariot, B. Peter, C. Thomas. The answer is A. Judas Iscariot. Matthew 26:48-49. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, Whomsoever I shall kiss, that same is he. Hold him fast. And forthwith he came to Jesus, and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him. Question 37. Which disciple walked on water with Jesus? A. Peter, B. John, C. Matthew. The answer is A. Peter. Matthew 14:29. And he said, "Come." And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. Question 38. Who is known as the doubting disciple? A. Peter, B. Thomas, C. James. The answer is B. Thomas. John 20-25. The other disciples therefore said unto him, We have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, Except I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe. Question 39. Who was the first person to see Jesus after his resurrection? A. Mary Magdalene. B. Peter. C. Mary, mother of Jesus. The answer is A. Mary Magdalene. John 20:16. Jesus saith unto her, Mary. She turned herself and saith unto him, Rabboni, which is to say, Master. Question 40. Who was the wealthy man who gave a tomb for Jesus' burial? A. Joseph of Arimathea. B. Nicodemus. C. Lazarus. The answer is A. Joseph of Arimathea. Matthew 27:57-60. When the even was come, there came a rich man of Arimathea, named Joseph, who also himself was Jesus' disciple. He went to Pilate and begged the body of Jesus. Then Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. That's the end of our quiz. How many did you get right? Share your score in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Bible quizzes. God bless you.